Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Will Sonny ever apologize to Dex for beating him to bloody pulp now that he's back on his medicine? General Hospital, GH, spoilers say that fans know that Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, beat Dex Heller, Evenhofer, to a bloody pulp after Brooklyn Quartermain's Amanda Seton and Harrison Chase's Josh Swickard wedding reception. Sonny almost killed Dex that night, but Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, held him back, and his daughter, Christina Corinthos Davis's, Kate Mancy, sudden appearance was what stopped him. At the time, Sonny wasn't properly medicated. He was only receiving a quarter dose of his prescribed bipolar medicine, thanks to Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart. When Ava Jerome Mora West, who was living with Sonny, found out that someone had tampered with Sonny's medicine, she kept this important information to herself and used it to her advantage later on. It took the Dimple Dawn months to realize something was off with his prescription. Sonny's ex-wife, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, guessed it a while ago, but Sonny blew them off. Once he figured it out, he immediately sought help and corrected the situation. Now Sonny is back on the right track with his medicine. Granted, the mob boss also just killed John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, but let's be honest, he had it coming. But Dex did nothing to deserve the savage wrath Sonny inflicted on him. Even though Dex first came to Port Charles to infiltrate his organization at the request of Michael Corinthos, Chadwell, the kid had grown to be very fond of Sonny and ended up working to protect him and take his orders. It was only after Sonny took Dex to the Pine Barrens to kill him that Dex understood who he really was. Luckily, Carly talked him down. Sonny forced Dex to leave town, but Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, tracked him down and brought him back. When Joss discovered that Dex almost murdered Cyrus Raynault, Jeff Kober, upon Sonny's orders, she threw a hissy fit and broke up with him. That set the stage for Dex to walk into Anna Devane's, Finola Hughes' office to confess what he almost did because of Sonny. Instead of charging him, Anna offered him a job as a police officer at the PCPD. Dex accepted the job to impress Joss and try to win her back. He wanted to show her how he was a changed man, and it worked. Dex and Joss are back together. If Sonny had succeeded in beating Dex to death, Joss would have never forgiven him. Sonny and Dex worked things out when they talked at the park, and he agreed not to press charges. The two men have seemingly moved on. Still, it may be appropriate for Sonny to apologize to Dex. Sonny only killed Agent Cates because he tried to go after Christina, and Sonny felt he had to stop him. If Sonny had been medicated correctly, he may not have touched Dex. The next time Sonny runs into Dex, he may want to say the words, "I'm sorry," so they could have a fresh start. In the tangled web of Port Charles, where secrets are currency and alliances shift like the tides, few relationships are as fraught with tension as that between Sonny Corinthos and Dex Heller. Dex, the loyal but enigmatic enforcer, has walked a fine line ever since he entered Sonny's orbit. But the brutal beating Dex endured at Sonny's hands, fueled by Sonny's struggle with his bipolar disorder, left more than just physical scars. It created a chasm of mistrust and unresolved pain that now hangs over them like a storm cloud. Sonny Corinthos, the mob boss who has ruled Port Charles with a complex blend of ruthlessness and honor, is no stranger to the demons of his mind. His bipolar disorder has been both a burden and a battle, one that has cost him dearly over the years. But when Sonny's grip on reality slipped and the darkness took over, Dex found himself on the receiving end of Sonny's rage, a rage that was as misplaced as it was violent. The day Sonny attacked Dex is etched in the memories of those who witnessed it. Sonny, in the throes of a manic episode, had become suspicious, paranoid, and dangerously unpredictable. Dex, who had been nothing but loyal, became the target of Sonny's wrath. The beating was savage, leaving Dex bloodied and broken, not just physically but emotionally as well. For Dex, the man he had admired, the man he had vowed to protect, had turned into his worst nightmare. Now, as Sonny's medication begins to restore the balance in his mind, the question looms large. Will Sonny ever apologize to Dex? Can there be forgiveness in a world where betrayal, whether real or imagined, often leads to deadly consequences? Sonny's journey back to stability has been arduous. The toll of his untreated bipolar disorder was evident not just in his actions toward Dex, but in the unraveling of his relationships with those closest to him. Carly, his ex-wife, had been a constant source of support, but even she struggled to reach him during his darkest moments. Jason, his trusted right-hand man, had done his best to keep the peace. But even Jason couldn't prevent the inevitable explosion that occurred when Sonny's world spiraled out of control. As the medication starts to take effect, Sonny's clarity returns, bringing with it a flood of memories. Memories of the violence he inflicted on Dex. Guilt gnaws at him, a relentless force that refuses to be silenced. Sonny has always been a man of honor, and the thought of what he did to Dex haunts him. But Sonny Corinthos is also a man who has never been good at admitting when he's wrong. Apologies, especially in the world he inhabits, are seen as a sign of weakness, a vulnerability that can be exploited by his enemies. Yet this time feels different. Dex isn't just another enforcer. He's someone Sonny has come to rely on, someone who has proven his loyalty time and time again. Dex's silence in the wake of the beating speaks volumes. He hasn't sought revenge, hasn't turned against Sonny, but the wound between them remains open, festering with each passing day. Dex, for his part, is torn. He understands the nature of Sonny's illness. He knows that the man who beat him wasn't entirely in control. But understanding doesn't erase the pain or the betrayal. Dex's trust in Sonny has been shattered, and no amount of rationalization can change that. He's been walking on eggshells, trying to navigate the delicate balance between duty and self-preservation. The respect he once had for Sonny is now tinged with fear and uncertainty. In the corridors of General Hospital, where lives hang in the balance and secrets are whispered behind closed doors, Sonny finds himself at a crossroads. He knows he needs to make things right with Dex, but how? An apology, simple as it may seem, carries weight in their world. It's not just about saying the words. It's about what those words represent. For Sonny, it means admitting that he lost control, that he was weak in a moment when he needed to be strong. But Sonny also knows that without that apology, without that acknowledgement of the pain he caused, he risks losing Dex forever. And that's a risk he can't afford to take. Dex is more than just an enforcer. He's become a vital part of Sonny's operations, someone who understands the intricacies of the life they lead. More importantly, Dex is someone Sonny has come to care about, though he would never admit it aloud. The tension between them reaches a boiling point one evening when Dex is summoned to Sonny's office. The room is thick with unspoken words as they stand face to face, each man waiting for the other to make the first move. Sonny's eyes, usually so hard and calculating, are filled with a rare vulnerability as he takes a deep breath. Dex, Sonny begins, his voice low but steady. What happened? It wasn't right. I wasn't myself. I let my illness control me, and you paid the price for that. Dex listens, his expression unreadable, as Sonny continues. I can't undo what I did, but I need you to know that I'm sorry. Truly, you didn't deserve that, and I'll understand if you can't forgive me, but I had to say it. I'm sorry. The words hang in the air between them, heavy with meaning. Dex remained silent, the weight of the apology sinking in. He had imagined this moment countless times, wondering if it would ever come. And now that it has, he finds himself unsure of how to respond. The anger, the hurt, it's all still there. But so is the understanding that Sonny is a man battling demons he can't always control. Finally, Dex nods, a small gesture, but one that speaks volumes. "Thank you," he says, his voice rough. "I needed to hear that." It's not forgiveness, not yet, but it's a start. A fragile bridge between them, built on the hope that trust can be rebuilt, that respect can be restored. As they stand there, two men scarred by the past, but not yet broken by it, there's a sense that maybe, just maybe, they can find their way back to something resembling what they once had. In the world of Port Charles, where loyalty is often a double-edged sword and trust is a commodity that can be bought or sold, Sonny's apology to Dex is more than just words. It's a promise that he'll fight his demons, not just for himself, but for those who stand by him, even when the darkness threatens to consume them all.